Hello, Monica Sanchez here, Network in Action Central Washington. And today we are here with Stephanie Northcott. Stephanie, please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit more about you.
My name is Stephanie Northcott, and I'm currently living in Cowichy, Washington with my family. And I'm a virtual assistant. So I help online entrepreneurs mainly, but local people with the admin tasks that they don't like to do or take up too much of their time that they could be doing with their own business.
Yes, and I love that because as an entrepreneur myself, there's tasks that it's like I don't have enough time in the day to do it, even though I know that it's important to get it out there, right? And you talked about that you also do newsletters also.
Yes, so I do e-newsletters. My e-newsletter goes out every 3 weeks, and it just provides a little tip on some type of business type of tip that entrepreneurs need to be reminded every so often. But I also provide a little bit of information about myself, what we're doing on the farm. I just do that, and then what I help my other clients with is setting those e-newsletters up and just preparing them, making sure that they look good and they're ready to send out. Either they can send them out or I can send them out. It really depends on what the client wants.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's wonderful. And so what got you started to be a virtual assistant?
So in 2021, the company that I was working for, the corporation I was working for, was reorganizing, and they didn't have a position for me. So I'd worked for them for 9.5 years. Now, when COVID happened, we of course moved from the office to home. So I was working remotely as an admin assistant.
Sure.
And because I no longer had a position for me, I had to find new work. Well, later that year, my husband and we got an opportunity to move to Mexico. So this really kind of put the push on for us to work remotely and build our own businesses. So the beginning of 2022, I started my virtual assistant business because I had been doing a lot of this admin work prior to. So it's something that I'm good at, that I've been doing. It's one of the reasons why I was working for like 9.5 years doing that. And
Sure.
so why not help entrepreneurs, small businesses online, help them with the kind of things that I was doing for the corporation. A lot of people just need that extra set of hands to get those done. As you said, like, you're an entrepreneur, you don't have time for all of it, even though it's very important. And sometimes it's just minutia, like you have to get something out and it just takes too much time. So I find that I can do it faster, or I can at least take it off your plate and get it done. And I like to get things done. I don't like to, waste time. I just get it done and my merry way.
Yeah, no, understandable and very appreciative of that as well. So how is it that you've helped somebody? You have something just recently you had done with a client?
So one of the clients I've had recently, his email was totally unorganized. And I've had that many times before. I've organized people's emails, mostly Gmail. And what I did was I also he wanted follow-up emails to some of the people that he'd met. And what I would do is we had a template. I would set that up, have the right information in there, and then I would schedule it so that he could review it before it was scheduled out, just to make sure that it had the right tone, or did he really want to send it? Like, he had that power to do that.
Yeah.
And then it would just be scheduled. And that gave him some time to, deal with other things, but also be able to just check in and make sure that's what I really want to do, and then let it go. So I like the scheduling tool that you can do with email, because I think it's important that we realize that we need to set boundaries with people.
Yes, absolutely.
So that this is the time I work. I work from like 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and if I do happen to work at 10 o'clock at night, people don't need to know that. Right.
Yeah.
They just need to know that they're going to be responded to in a timely manner. So within 24 to 48 hours, depending on, if it's a holiday, right? So
yeah. Yeah. And I love that. I love being able to, because there's some people, they may do their best creative thinking at night. Not me. I'm a morning person. But, for those people, they would want to schedule something so that way it goes out in a time frame that other people are expecting it. Again, I think we talked about it briefly, where if you did respond and sent an email at 10 o'clock, more than likely somebody's may respond back and knowing or thinking, right, that your business, you're open for business. And
Yeah,
that
you're
may not
open
be
for
the
business
case.
for 24/7, 24/7. And that if you, send these emails out at 10 o'clock at night, then well, you can obviously respond at 10 o'clock at night. Well, maybe you just wanted to get those emails off because the next day you've got some like serious business or like some event, and you just know
Yeah,
that you're not going to get to it, but you still want to respond. So
sure.
having that ability to schedule it, and
Mhm.
then having maybe like an assistant do it also for you, that also saves you even more time, right? As long
Absolutely.
as it's something that I can do, like I like having templates. I've created templates because a lot of times you're responding the same way to people, and why reinvent the wheel, right? So use the
Yeah.
template, use the scheduling tool, use these tools. So yes, it helps me, but knowing them and having them taken off your to-do list is really helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes people just don't even know that there's certain templates that are there to assist them in that way. So that's where you come into play, because you get
Mm.
to show them that value and that knowledge base that you have. So how can we reach you?
The best way to reach me is on my website, and I kept it simple, so it's not some fancy name. It's just my name, StephanieNorthcott.com.
Okay,
So
perfect.
my email is there, my phone number is there, so you can reach me that way.
Sounds great. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Appreciate it.